I've got a good thesis. It's a workable thesis. So my next step is to start writing. And remember, don't forget these formulas. I like formulas. I like things to be kind of like orderly and step by step. And so for us to write a good intro paragraph after we've got our thesis, remember we want to place our thesis at the end of the introductory paragraph. We have to ask ourselves, okay, well, what was it that an introductory paragraph is supposed to do? Well, it's supposed to grab the reader's attention. Next, it's supposed to provide some background. We don't ever want to assume that our readers are stupid, obviously, or ignorant. We don't want to treat them like they're dumb, but we also don't want to assume that they automatically understand everything that we're talking about. We want to assume that we need to provide adequate information for them to be able to understand what it is that we're talking about. So we'll want to grab their attention, we want to provide some background, and then we want to take them and direct them to our thesis. And so that's what we want to accomplish in our introductory paragraph. We want to grab their attention, we want to provide background for them about our topic, about our subject, and lead them to our thesis. So I wrote a sample paragraph. It's probably not perfect, maybe even a bit cliche, and it could be reworked. But this is my sample introductory paragraph. I thought to myself, well, okay, we're judging a planet. We're redefining what it is. And so I thought of the old cliche, and I'm sorry, it's cliche, yes, but, judging a book by its cover. So I thought of something like this. Everyone knows it's not good to judge a book by its cover. But what about a planet? I mean, this could probably be reworked. This could probably be much better. When it comes to writing, and especially like writing under a time restraint, I'm pretty practical. And so I want to get the job done. I want it to be, of course, good quality. We don't want to ever neglect quality. But we're not going to be writing, say, the next great American best-selling novel with this 5-paragraph essay. So we want to get the job done. We've got a nice little catchy thing, judging a planet by its cover. Well, what exactly does that mean? So it kind of gets a person thinking about the topic. Then I want to go on from there and provide some background information. So what I thought about doing was, everybody thinks, well, okay, if it's a big round object out there in the solar system and it's orbiting the sun, it's a planet, right? Well, not necessarily. So I thought, well, just because it's big and round and orbits the sun doesn't necessarily mean it's a planet. Now, is that just according to me? Because I'm an expert in everything? No. Remember, we said in our introductory paragraph, we want to be authoritative. We want to be assertive. This is not according to me. This is according to the International Astronomical Union, which is made up of all these different experts in the field. So I want to let my reader know that at least it's not just because it's big and round and orbits the sun doesn't necessarily mean it's a planet. At least not according to the International Astronomical Union. And I want to let my reader know where this place is, based in Prague, Czech Republic. And then I thought, well, okay, I've let my reader know that just because it's big and round and orbits the sun doesn't necessarily mean it's a planet, according to these experts. Well, people are going to be thinking, well, wait a minute, wasn't Pluto, back when I was a kid in school, reading in my textbook, wasn't it called the ninth planet? So I want to mention, though, that there's been some changes, according to these experts. So I'm going to say something like this. Thanks to changes in the definition of what makes a planet, Pluto, once the ninth planet in our solar system, has officially been demoted. So I'm letting the reader know that just because it's big and round and orbits the sun, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a planet. And that's not just according to me. That's according to these experts at the International Astronomical Union. And so people are thinking, well, I thought it was a planet. Well, I'm kind of hinting that there have been changes in the definition of what makes a planet a planet. And Pluto, once the ninth planet, has officially been demoted. That is enough information for me to move now directly into my thesis statement. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to state my topic. Pluto has been demoted to the status of dwarf planet because of a new definition established by scientists. I'm going through my 3 reasons. I'm previewing them and introducing them. The irregularity of its orbit and lack of planetary dominance. And because there are many objects in the solar system equally as large and interesting as Pluto. And so there I've got a nice little introductory paragraph. I've come up with this cheesy little thing where I grab the reader's attention, then I move into my background information that provides my reader some information. I'm informing them that there's been a change. And it's not been a change just because of me or my opinion, but it's based on these experts in Prague, Czech Republic. And then I provided that background information, and I've moved into, I moved then into my thesis statement right there. And so I've got everything that I need for a good quality introductory paragraph.